everybody, Cinema Sickness here, of course, heading out to do a bit more cinema hunting. The plan for today is to head to at least 3 stores, 4 if you count the sister store across the street from one of them. But definitely going to hit up 3 stores today. And the main reason why we're heading out is to hit up Liberty, Thrift, and Home Furnishings, because right now they're having a sale, a St. Patrick's Day sale, where anything with green on it, anything in the store at all that has any green on it whatsoever, is 25% off. So of course, I'm on the hunt for some DVDs and CD soundtracks and VHS tapes and God knows what else that have a little bit of green on the artwork, so hopefully I can get 25% off. That is the plan. So that's what we're going to do, head to Liberty, Thrift, and Home Furnishings. Although first, before we hit up Liberty, Thrift, and Home Furnishings, we're going to stop at a library because, like I always say, libraries are good places to hunt. You never know what you might find there, whether they have used DVDs that they're giving away or selling, or they've got some donations of DVDs and VHS tapes and whatnot that they're selling. There's always decent titles to be found at libraries, so you always want to hunt there, and I haven't been to this library in a while, so we're going to hit that up first, see what they have, and then we're going to hit the Liberty Thrift and Home Furnishings. Then of course we'll hit up across the street to Little Liberty, which is their sister store, their little like little kids store, see if there's any good children's titles over there. And then when we're done with that, we're finally going to end the hunt hitting up Goodwill, seeing what they have, because it's another week and gotta hit up Goodwill this week. So let's go do some hunting and see what great deals we can find, and hopefully some of them will have some green on them. Alright guys, we have arrived here at the Lower Providence Community Library, as you can see. We'll have to be quiet when we go in here. It is a library, won't be able to really talk much, so probably just a lot of video in here, but let's go in, see what they have. Hopefully they got some good donations. Alright guys, well, just goes to show you, definitely hit up your local libraries. You never know what you might find. They had some cool stuff in there. I only ended up picking up one title here, one VHS unfortunately, but they had that Frank and Ollie VHS. Already have it on DVD, so I don't need the VHS copy, but really cool they even had that. It's a really great documentary. If you come across it, pick it up. If you're a Disney fan. Yeah, the Frank and Ollie documentary, something you have to have. But like I said, I already have it on DVD, so I didn't need the VHS. They had that cool Sister Street Fighter collection. Would have gladly picked that up, but it was missing one of the discs. It was actually missing Sister Street Fighter. It was missing that disc. So I passed on it. Had I had all the discs, I would have got it, but it didn't. So, oh well. And not for me, but I actually picked up some, well, 3 books here and 1 audio tape for Nerd Girl 20. It was actually Maddie's birthday recently, and you know, she's my all-time favorite Canadian, and she loves Star Trek, so picked up a few Star Trek goodies to send her way. And this, all of this, $5. The VHS, 3 books and an audio cassette, $5. Awesome deal. So like I say, always hit up your local libraries. You never know what you might find. Most of them do take donations, DVDs, VHS, all that stuff, and you can find some really good deals here. So that's it for the library. So now let's head on over to Liberty Thrift and Home Furnishings. They're having that St. Patrick's Day sale. Anything with green on it is 25% off, so let's go see what they have. Well, all right, here we are at Liberty Thrift and Home Furnishings. Like I said, 25% off on any item that has some green on it. So hopefully I can find some green DVDs, green VHS tapes, and who knows, some other green cinematic items. So let's go in, see what they have. All right, guys, here are all their DVDs. Lots of stuff like usual. Even a Blu-ray there, not forgotten. I've never heard of that. Question is, do they have anything good? And of course, I'm not looking for only green stuff. If they have stuff that's not green, I'll definitely pick it up as well. But certainly green would help. But do they have anything I actually need? There's the Remember the Titans director's cut. That could be interesting. I'm not seeing too much in the way of anything that I actually need to pick up. Here's Aliens. I actually grabbed that. It's not in the best shape, but it's in alright shape. I'd probably pick that up if the discs are in good shape. There's a Music Man. Wouldn't mind grabbing that either. So there's actually a few decent things in here. Maybe a few more once I give it another once-over, but a couple okay titles. Aliens, obviously some green on it. Music Man has green as well, so that's always a plus. So now I will put the camera down, give this another once-over. Here's some Johnny Depp, and see if I find anything else good. Well, alright, actually found a few good titles here I definitely want to pick up. Some of these actually containing green, so I'll get those for a little bit cheaper. And the downfall is, unfortunately, Aliens was missing a disc, and really need to get Season 1 of The Best of Friends, but I already have Seasons 2, 3, and 4. So unfortunately, I didn't have Season 1, so I won't be getting that. But all in all, a few good titles here. Like I said, some of these have some green in them, so let's go on back now and see what they have in the way of VHS and CDs. Well, here they are, all the VHS and CDs. Hopefully some good CD soundtracks in there, and hopefully maybe even a few good VHS tapes I want to pick up. Doesn't really have a huge selection of VHS right now, but they have an okay selection. And their CD selection has seemed to definitely grown. Looks like they've restocked this, so that's great. Hopefully I'll find some good soundtracks in there, so I'll put the camera down and get looking. Alright, well unfortunately out of all these VHS tapes and all these CDs, there was only one CD soundtrack I needed to pick up and only one VHS tape I wanted to pick up, but one is definitely better than none. So let's keep looking around. Who knows, maybe we'll come across something else that's pretty cool and green. We will see. Well, alright, I think that's about it. Finishing up like I always do over here in the electronics section, seeing if they have any good players, but I'm not seeing anything, just very common DVD players and VHS players. Nothing I need to grab. Though here is a VHS rewinder. They'll already have plenty of those. Don't need to grab that. So I do think that's about it. Found some good titles here, some of them containing green. So let's get out of here and head on to the next store. Alright, hold on guys. One last thing. As I was checking out, standing here by this display, and what do I see? Two 8mm films. You have Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein Meets Wolfman, both containing some green. That's $5, and that's $5 as well, but for $5, I'm definitely picking both these up. That is a great deal, and they're going to be 25% off. That's awesome. I don't see any more, though. That looks like there was the only two,
and if there's
but I'm
green
definitely
in
grabbing
it,
these.
If it's green
oh, I know, 50% or 25% off. Yep.
Off.
Thanks. See, everybody knows. Everybody's here to get 25% off, and I'm definitely picking these two up. Well, all right, score indeed. Got some great stuff. Some DVDs I've actually been looking for, at least one title that I'm really happy to come across finally. One title I've been looking for a good long time now. Finally came across that. Got those really cool 8mm film reels. That's awesome. As you guys know, I just started collecting those, so very, very cool. So all in all, a great haul, and at 25% off, awesome deal. So that's it for here, but we're going to go across the street to Little Liberty, which is their children's shop, see what's over there. Maybe there's some good kids titles, I don't know. And then after that, we're going to go hit up Goodwill. Definitely got to make my weekly trip to Goodwill this week. So let's get out of here, head across the street, and see what they have. Well, all right, guys, here at Little Liberty, I actually had to park across the parking lot here in somebody else's parking lot. Hopefully I don't get in trouble for that, but it's that crowded here. A lot of people shopping here for this 25% off deal. It's a really cool deal. Usually it's only like 50% off or 25% off select items. This is everything with green in it, so awesome deal. So again, here we are at Little Liberty. Let's go in and see what they have. Well, all right, here are all their VHS and DVDs. I actually came across a few cool things. Winnie the Pooh, A Valentine for You, the 25th anniversary musical celebration set of Sesame Street, this Care Bears fork set, so some really cool stuff here, but unfortunately nothing I actually need. Here's even the Batman to complete first season, but I already have that as well. So cool stuff, but stuff I already have, and unfortunately no VHS tapes I need to pick up either. So let's head out of here and go on to Goodwill. Gotta fuel up. Alright guys, here we are at our final stop. Goodwill, pretty excited to go in here. Love stopping here every single week. Always got to hit this store up to see what they have to offer, and hopefully this week they'll actually have something good. Now, last time I was here, they didn't have anything, but with that being said, I had just been in here a couple of days before that, so that's probably why. So hopefully this time they've restocked. We'll find some good deals. Let's go see what they got. All right, here are all their DVDs, but do they have anything new? It looks like they've restocked, so that's always a good sign. But the question is there anything I need to pick up? Go, Diego, go. Don't need that, but they have plenty of it. Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. I don't need to pick that up either. There's another one. All factory sealed, too. But don't need those. Plenty of Baby Einstein, but I do need that, actually, now with the kid on the way, but I'm not going to pick any of that up. So some new titles in here, that's always good, but nothing I really need to grab. Here, Season 124, already have that. Arrested Development Season 2, already have that as well. Here's Disney's Princess Enchanted Tales, Follow Your Dreams. I actually already have this, so I don't really need to pick that up. Maybe I'll grab a second copy if it's in good shape. When it comes to Disney titles, I always grab second copies when they're in good shape or cheap. But I'm not really seeing anything I necessarily need. Again, looks like a lot of the same with a couple new titles thrown in here and there, but nothing I really need to pick up. There's some Nip Tuck Season 1 and 2. My wife already has those, but not a show I've been to. And finally over here, looks like more of the same, although here's a Blu-ray. Oh, Hannah Montana the movie. Definitely don't need that. So guys, I'm not seeing anything over here that I need to pick up. I mean, again, possibly this, we'll see. In fact, let's check it out, see if the disc is in good shape. Oh wait, what's this? Bonus disc? Well, that's not in very good shape, but there is a bonus disc, which isn't in all that bad of shape. I don't have the bonus disc, I just have this, so I might actually grab this just for this bonus disc. I'll look to see what's on it. Maybe there's some good bonus features on there. If there are, I might actually grab this just for that. Glad I checked, very cool. So that looks to be about it, so let's go see what CD soundtracks they have. Alright, let's see what they got going on over here in these CDs. Any good CD soundtracks? It does look like they've restocked, which is good. I definitely see a bigger stack of titles here than they had last time. It's just, of course, the question of, do they have any CD soundtracks I need to pick up? There's a Nintendo DS game for $4, but don't need that. Pretty cool. I didn't know they did a game based off of Santa Claus is Coming to Town, but I'm not a gamer, so don't need to pick that up. But like I said, are there any CD soundtracks in here? Not so sure. But they definitely have restocked, so it looks like I have my work cut out for me. I'm going to start digging through all these, see if there's any good CD soundtracks in here, and hopefully I'll dig one or two out, so let's see what we find. Well guys, nothing I need to pick up here. A few CD soundtracks that mixed in throughout all these, but unfortunately none that I need to pick up, so it looks like I won't be getting any CD soundtracks, so let's go check out the electronics. Alright guys, well of course, one last thing, we got to check the electronics section, see if there's anything good over here, and... hello, Laserdisc player, $10, Pioneer CLD D502. Looks like it's a dual-sided player. If this is in working condition, I want this, but the question is it in working condition? I have no idea. There's no tested like sticker on or anything like that, but there is definitely a Laserdisc player here for $10, even though I have about 300 of these already. I gotta pick it up for that price, especially since it's a dual-sided player. Yep, play both side play. That is awesome. So, what to do about this? I might plug it in and see if it does anything. We'll see. Even for $10, I might just grab it anyway, even if it's not working. I mean, as long as it powers on, I'm gonna pick it up. Again, I don't really have any way to test it unless there's a Laserdisc around here somewhere, which I am now gonna go look for. But otherwise, again, as long as it powers on, I'm probably still going to pick it up, because these tend to be easy to fix. Usually it's just something like a belt or like a gear needs greasing or something like that. It's usually not that big of a deal. It's occasionally something electronic, which I can't fix, but a lot of times it's actually an easy fix. So for $10, I am definitely grabbing this. Alright, so one last thing I want to do, that's look through all these records, because where there's Laserdisc players, a lot of times there are Laserdiscs, but I'm not seeing a lot here. In fact, I see less records than they had last time, so I'm not really expecting to find much, but of course, I'm going to quickly look through all these to see if there's any Laserdiscs in here. I'm not really going to hold my breath, but hey, like I said, when you find a Laserdisc player, you should always look for Laserdiscs. Well, unfortunately, no Laserdiscs, so that's it for today. Let's get out of here, head home, and take a look at everything I got. Alright guys, back from hunting, back here in the library. Got some great stuff today. Very excited about that. But before we get down to what I picked up, let me explain something, since some of you may be wondering about this. I actually thought about this on the way home, and that is the fact that some of you may be wondering, by the time you see this video, how I was going hunting at Liberty Thrift and Furnishings for their St. Patrick's Week sale. Like, what's up with that? St. Patrick's Day is over. The week of St. Patrick's Day is over. By the time you see this video, yes, it will be. But I assure you, today is actually Friday, the Friday after St. Patrick's Day, and their sale's still going on for today and tomorrow. So yes, the St. Patrick's Day sale is still going on, just not by the time you see this video, which due to all those unboxings I had, that's kind of what got in the way. I like to do my videos as I shoot them. I don't like to split things up. I don't like to shoot some videos and like throw other things in unless I really need to. So wanted to just show you guys all my unboxings first, and then this video. You know, it's always nice to have a hunting video after, you know, this long stretch of unboxings, even though I love doing unboxings. Love making those videos. But, so yeah. So if you're wondering why, you know, what's going on there, why I was going to a St. Patrick's Day sale when St. Patrick's Day week is done and over with, that is why. So anyway, guys, so let's get down to it. Let's take a look at everything I picked up. So the first sale I got here, this I actually grabbed from a public library. And as I said many times before, always hunt your libraries. You never know what you might find. Many libraries, most libraries, every library I've ever been to accepts donations. And they don't just take in books, they take in DVDs, VHS, CDs, all that stuff. They take in like basically all kinds of media in as donations. And sometimes when they're done with DVDs, like it's an old DVD that isn't really getting rented anymore, they will actually put that out for sale as well. Same thing with VHS tapes. Local library here in my town, I hit them up maybe like 2 years ago, and they had a whole boatload of VHS tapes. Bought a bunch off them actually because they were old VHS tapes that they used to rent out, and obviously they don't rent VHS tapes anymore. So they had a whole boatload of them they were trying to get rid of. They were just selling for like 10 cents. It was like dirt cheap, so I picked a whole bunch up. And yeah, it just goes to show you, always check out your libraries. If you have a library in your town, hit it up. They might have some good deals there. I found many good deals at libraries before. So unfortunately, I picked up one title. Like I said, there was that like Sister Street Fighter, whatever it's called, set that I really wanted. All the discs that were in it were in really good shape, but it was missing the first disc. So unfortunately, I passed on it. But I did pick up this. This is pretty cool. It's anime, and God damn it, I never know how to pronounce the names of anime. Here it is. I'm gonna say this is Rurouni Kenshin. That's wrong. Betrayal. I know that word. I don't know. This happens every time I pick up anime. I'm like, and I just don't know how to pronounce the name of it. I always have the hardest time. Unless I've heard it, I don't know. So I have no idea. This is a blind buy. I've never seen this. I've never heard of this. I don't know what this is, but it was dirt cheap. I picked up, like I said, everything I picked up, this and all the stuff I picked up for Nerdgirl 20 for her birthday. I paid $5 total for it, so it was like dirt cheap. So very cool. Definitely wanted to grab this. Like I said, this is a blind buy. I've never heard of it. I don't know what this is. I can't even pronounce it. So it's anime. I figured I'd pick it up. Looks pretty cool, and I've been getting into anime lately, so had to grab that. Alright, so now onto the really fun stuff here. This is what I picked up from Liberty Thrift and Home Furnishings. And like I said, they were having their St. Patrick's Week sale, since this is the week of St. Patrick's Day, and it's really cool to do this every year. Anything in the entire store with any green on it whatsoever, can have a little speck of green or have like trees in the background, you know, something that has any bit of green on it, counts as 25% off. And they're really cool too. They're not like, well, I guess that's sort of green. They're not stingy about it either. They're like, no, that's close enough. It's close enough to being green, 25% off. They're really cool with that. They're not trying to screw you over here. They're not trying to argue with you now. If it looks like it has any bit of green on it, even if you're like, oh wait, there's all green, they go, oh yeah, you know, they're gonna give it to you. So very cool. So picked up a bunch of stuff here. Some of it was green, some of it was not. So first thing I picked up here, this I did pay $2 for. There was no green on this, unfortunately. But this is really cool. This is the Pokemon 2BA Master music from the hit TV series. Really cool. It has 13 tracks on it. So that's this is really awesome. Pokemon theme, 2BA Master, Viridian City, what kind of Pokemon are you? My best friends. Everything changes. The time has come. Pikachu's goodbye. Pokemon Dance Mix, Double Trouble, Team Rocket, Together Forever, Misty Song, Poker Rap. And you can do it if you really try. That's awesome. This is actually an enhanced CD too, which contains the Poker Rap music video. That is awesome. This is brand new, factory sealed. $2 for this. That is a score. That is very awesome. Since I'm a huge Pokemon fan, really enjoy this show. This is the first anime I ever got into, and yeah, I was a little bit old for Pokemon. You know, it was younger kids at the time who were liking Pokemon, but it used to play on like WB in the morning before. I guess I was in high school actually when Pokemon got big, and it was just on, and I would turn on the TV. That's what was on, and I just ended up watching it and getting into it. I'm like, this is a great series. Why don't kids more my age watch this? There's a bunch of people, you know, hunting for these Pokemon and going on adventures. I think the whole adventure aspect of it really captured me in, which is why I'm really enjoying Dragon Ball thus far. It's great adventure story. So I love Pokemon, and this is really cool. I can't wait to listen to this. I'm going to have to crack this open and listen to this real soon. In fact, I should have listened to it on the way home. Then this was, I believe this was 50 cents, but it was 25% off, and that is, I guess it's Kissifer, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know. This is one of those kids, they're just for kids mini features. I always pick these out when I come across them because I've picked up a few of these already, and they've been pretty good. I don't think I've really seen one I didn't like. The animation is usually pretty good. It's usually a decent story. It's, you know, it's for kids, but the animation, the stories are usually pretty decent. So as an animation fan, I usually always pick these up when I come across them. This was in really good shape too. Just the box and the artwork and everything. The tape is in great shape. Like I said, I've never seen this. I know nothing about it, but I had to grab it. Now this I picked up just as an extra copy. As I said many times, if I come across a title that's like out of print, or it's a bit rare, or usually if it's a Disney title, since they're always going to the vault and always going out of print and whatnot, I usually pick up another copy if I come across it for cheap. You know, if I come across it for a good price, I'm going to grab a second copy just in case. I would hate to someday have my DVD and be going to put in the tray and like trip or something and drop it and it scratches across the floor, or heaven forbid, you know, just something bad happens to it, or it stops playing, or you know, something bad happens to the DVD. It's always nice to have a backup of stuff that you just can't easily replace. So I had to pick this up. This is also 25% off, normally $3, but 25% off, and that is Disney's Very Merry Christmas Sing-Along Songs. Already have this. This is something I already have in my collection. Actually, I believe I got this just recently from my friend who was selling off his collection. But like I said, it was cheap. It's just a backup copy. This is going into I have a whole stack of backup copies of movies up in my up in the old library, actually, in the closet, just in case. So I had to grab that. This is really cool. They actually gave this to me for 25% off. Although I don't see any green on this whatsoever, but they definitely they made a pile. They made a pile of green stuff and non-green stuff. I don't really see any green on this. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they thought it was green. I'm not sure, but whatever. Got it for 25% off. Originally marked at $3, and that is biography Johnny Depp. I don't know if they thought maybe like the hair had a little green or something. I don't know, but whatever. Got this for a great price. Definitely had to pick this up. Very cool. I love biography documentaries. I love Johnny Depp, so why would I not grab it? Now this I also got for 25% off. Originally $3, but 25% off. As I've said many times before, I'm not a wrestling fan, and this was something I almost didn't pick up because this was definitely from a time a little bit after I got into wrestling, or like I said, never was really into wrestling. I used to watch with my dad a lot when I was a kid. So this was after that. I was definitely not watching wrestling anymore when this came along, and that is ECW. This year being the rise and fall of ECW. Now, like I said, ECW is not something I watch. I've heard of ECW because, I mean, wrestling was huge at the time. I've certainly heard of ECW, but I never watched. I've never seen a single ECW wrestling match. Wrestling is just not my thing, really, like I said, and I've never watched ECW. But I'm a sucker for documentaries. I love documentaries, and even if it's something I'm not necessarily really like super interested in, I love learning. I will pick up a documentary that I'm like, wow, it's, you know, that could be interesting. It sounds like an interesting story. I'll check it out. And again, I really love documentaries. So had this just been like wrestling matches, I would have passed on this. I would not have picked this up. But since it is a documentary all about the rise and fall of ECW, which is, this is crazy. It's 6 hours on 2 discs. Holy hell. This is a long documentary. So, like I said, it's a documentary. That intrigues me. I love documentaries. And I figured I would grab it. But again, ECW, not really my thing. This here, this I also got for 25% off because it has a little bit of green trees in the back there. And this is, I believe it's pronounced Fudo, the New Generation. Am I pronouncing that right? Fudo, I guess. I think, maybe, possibly. This I've never seen, a complete blind buy, but I thought it looked pretty cool. It looks like a martial arts film. It just looks really interesting. It was in perfect shape, and for $3 plus 25% off. Of course, had to grab that, but definitely a blind buy. Then this I got for also 25% off because it has some little bit of green grass in the back there. And this is Remember the Titans Director's Cut. I don't have the Director's Cut. I have the theatrical cut, but I don't have the Director's Cut. So definitely want to pick this up. Again, $3 plus 25% off. Of course, had to grab that. It's a great movie, and like I said, I've never seen the Director's Cut. Now this, I'm definitely saving the best DVD for last here. This I was so excited to get myself a copy of. This is a movie that I've been looking for on DVD for the longest time now. I always come across the remake, but I never come across the original. Have it on VHS, so really glad to finally pick it up on DVD, and that is The Music Man. This is awesome. I'm so excited to come across this. I've been on the hunt for this for the longest time. I never come across this for a good price. I think maybe I come across it once or twice here or there. Like at a flea market, it was always scratched. I never come across this in good shape for a good price. This is in perfect shape. Not a single smudge, scratch, anything on the disc. $3 plus green there, 25% off. Awesome deal. I was so thrilled to come across this. This was an awesome find. Just something I've been on the hunt for the longest time for. Just great. But that wasn't even the best of everything. Yeah, that's all cool and whatnot, but this was so neat. As I was standing in the checkout line, there was a shelving unit full of video games. And, you know, I don't really play video games, but I was standing there waiting in line. I started looking, thinking maybe they have some Wii games or something, or who knows, maybe some UMDs or something like that. And, you know, I do have a Wii system. I don't really play it very often, but if I come across a game that looks interesting for cheap, I pick it up. So I'm looking, I'm not really seeing anything I'm interested in, but all of a sudden, something stands out. It's a box, and I'm thinking, what is that? And I look, I'm like, holy shit, those are 8mm. In fact, are these 8mm or Super 8? I don't know. 8mm or either Super 8 film reels. So I picked up Frankenstein Meets Wolfman and Bride of Frankenstein. That is badass. So damn cool. Very awesome to pick these up. I'm so thrilled to come across these. Unfortunately, a little bit of writing there, but no big deal. Some writing on the back, too. Oh, well, what are you going to do? But these are so awesome. And again, are these 8mm or are these Super 8? I wish it said. I think it's just, okay, 8mm. So, yes, I believe these are just 8mm film reels, not Super 8. But still, so cool. Since out of all the Universal monsters, Frankenstein's my favorite. Oh, I'm sorry, not Frankenstein. Frankenstein's monster. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, like Frankenstein meets Wolfman. Does he really? But, so since the Frankenstein monster is my all-time favorite Universal monster, this is really cool to come across. Bride of Frankenstein is just one of the greatest Universal monster movies ever made, if not the greatest. It's brilliant. So, love this. This is so cool to come across. I actually have, like, Son of Frankenstein. I have one of these, that's one of those. So, very, very awesome. So cool to come across these. They were $5 a piece, but 25% off of both these as well. They have, I guess this one looks green. This one, yeah, I'd say it's more of a blue, but they gave me this for 30% off because I guess I thought it was green. So very cool, awesome find. I looked around a little bit more. There wasn't any more of these. It was just two. I'm laying in with the video games for some odd reason, but had to grab them. I've just recently started collecting film reels, so that was really cool. Now all I got to do is get my Dual 8 right there, my Dual 8 player, which plays both Super 8 and 8mm film reels. I gotta get it working, which is a really easy fix. I've just been lazy and haven't done it yet. That's my goal for this summer. I need to do that. It's just a bulb, a new lamp, and a new it doesn't need a gear. It needs a new belt. That's all that needs. Now my 16mm, that's a whole other story. That one's gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass to fix. I can't find the parts for that. I've looked, but I found the parts for that, so gotta order it. So hopefully I can watch these real soon. So very awesome. Okay, so last but not least was Goodwill, and unfortunately not really much going on there in the way of DVDs or CDs, but I did pick up one DVD, and that was Disney's Princess Enchanted Tales, Follow Your Dreams. Definitely wanted to pick this up, not because of that actual title, since I already have it, but because of the bonus disc. I do not have this. My copy of this is a rental copy, which explains why I don't have the bonus disc. So, I love collecting these, had to pick it up. From what I hear, does it say on the back? No. I think this comes with like a song or something like that, and then it's got like some behind-the-scenes sneak peek at Princess and the Frog or something along those lines from what I read. So very cool. Definitely had to grab it. This is in good shape. This disc is not in good shape. It's pretty well scratched up. Looks like it even has some disc rot, which is kind of odd. This one doesn't, but yeah, this is in pretty bad shape. But this was in good shape. The only disc I wanted to get it, pick it up for. I'll add this to my my copy I already have. So very cool. For $1.97, seemed like a good deal. All right, so the last thing I picked up, you guys are probably wondering if I got this or not, and I did, and that was so heavy. Yet another Laserdisc player. Had to pick this up. Now, good news, or should I say bad news, then good news, and then bad news. So the bad news is, when I plugged this into the store to test it out, the tray wasn't opening. So that was the bad news. I figured to myself, though, not a big deal. I have another one of these players where the tray doesn't open. I just put a little WD-40 in it. Guess what? It opened up. It works now. So not a big deal. Figured to hell with it. I'm going to buy this. This is a This is a CLD D502, and this is a dual-sided player, meaning that it's got a laser that literally goes and flips up backwards and reads the top of the disc. So you can put it in on side A on the laser disc, start watching the movie, and when it stops, you don't have to get up, take the disc out and flip it. The laser flips over by itself and plays the second side. Awesome. These are a little bit hard to come by. These are great players. So took it up to the register, mentioned that it wasn't working properly, and mistake. Apparently it is Goodwill's policy to not sell broken merchandise. So when I mentioned that it wasn't working, because I thought maybe I'd get for like 50% off or 25% off or something like that, because it's not a working condition. I wanted, because I'll explain that in a bit, but I wanted it still, even though it wasn't working properly, but thought maybe I could get a little bit cheaper. So they call out a manager. The manager says, well, no, actually, we can't sell this at all to you because it's broken. I'm like, oh, shit, I shouldn't have said anything. So I looked at her and go, oh, actually, I was just joking. It's working fine. She knew what I meant. She looked at me and she goes, you still want it? And I go, yeah, I kind of would. She goes, all right. And she let me take it anyway. So fair warning, if you want something, maybe it's best not to mention it's broken. If it is broken, and try to get it for a discounted price, because apparently they're not supposed to sell it to you. So anyway, so they still sold it to me, which is great. This was only $9.97, $10 for this awesome deal. And the good news is I got home, got the tray open, took it apart, did a little WD-40, tray opens fine now. Not a big deal. But now some more bad news. It's not spinning the discs. Everything in here seems to be working properly now, except for the discs. They will not spin. I'm not sure what's going on with that yet. I took this thing all apart, but I haven't tinkered with it enough yet to really see if it's a major issue. I love taking apart like Laserdisc players and CED players and stuff like that. Now, DVD players and stuff like that, those can be a pain in the ass. Like newer modern players can be a pain, but even like VHS players and beta players, I've fixed those before. It's usually, as long as it's nothing electronic, I don't have to start soldering stuff and replacing motors and all that stuff, because I don't know how to do that. If it's like a gear or a belt broken or something like that, which a lot of the times it is, I've had these where it seems like all is lost, but it's just a belt like falling off one of the spindles or something like that. That's it. It's usually it can be something very easy, like just spraying a little WD-40 into the gears and everything opens up. So that's the bad news. The disc is not spinning yet. Will I be able to fix it? I'm not sure. I might be. I might not be. But regardless, this was $10, so I picked it up anyway. If it doesn't work, I can always use this for parts. If I get another one of these players, in fact, I wonder if I actually have one of these players. I have another player upstairs. I don't think it's this model. I think it's a different model. But if I get another one of these models and something's wrong, a gear's missing or broken or a belt's off or something like that, I got replacement parts. So for $10, I picked this up. Had it been any more than $10, I would have passed on it. Had it been like $20, $15, I would have said no. But for $10, figured the hell with it. I'm going to get it. Maybe I can get it to work. I've got all my other players, all my other players except for one that's, there's something electronic in that I can't get to work. But all my other players that have been broken, I've gotten to work. So hopefully I'll be able to do the same to this. We will see. But if not, hey, I always have spare parts. So for $10, I figured I'd grab it. So that is it, guys. That is everything that I picked up today. Definitely a great hunting day. Got a ton of awesome stuff. I mean, everything from a Laserdisc player to, normal stuff like CD soundtracks, DVDs, and VHS to film reels. It was just an awesome day. Got so many cool things. So definitely a great hunting day. Definitely a good way to, start off non-boxings. Yeah, sorry if you guys got bored with all my unboxings, but hopefully this made up for it because I got so many cool things. So anyway, guys, that is it. So like I always say, if you like this video, please give me a like. If you're not already subbed, please do. And if you're not already over at cinemasickness.com, head on over there, click on the shop tab, purchase yourself a Cinema Sickness sticker or a Cinema Sickness button. I'd really appreciate the support. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.